Good afternoon, I'm Angela Lagunzad and this is One News Now. President Bongbong Marcos brings home some 700 billion pesos worth of investment pledges and contributions from his recently concluded working visit in Japan. Marcos Jr. said that these could generate up to 24,000 jobs for Filipinos. Ian Suyo gives us the details.
Arriving from his 5-day visit to Japan, President Marcos said the Philippines is successful in convincing Japanese leaders and business executives to consider Philippines as a potential investment site for their companies. The Philippines is looking at 700 billion pesos worth of investment pledges following Marcos's Japan trip. Marcos said the amount of pledges they garnered could create 24,000 jobs and help provide economic stability in the country. He also announced that the Japanese government has committed around $3 billion to aid the Philippines' major projects such as the North-South Commuter Railway that will pass through Malolos, Bulacan to Tutuban, Manila, as well as the North-South Commuter Railway project extension.
Coming back, we carry with us over $13 billion in contributions and pledges to benefit our people, create approximately 24,000 jobs, and further solidify the foundations of our economic environment. As ever, our partner Japan committed to provide infrastructure development loans for two major projects, the North-South Commuter Railway for Malolos to Tuban, and the North-South Commuter Railway project extension.
Aside from these, the government floated the possibility of entering a visiting forces agreement with Japan and a possible tripartite agreement with the United States.
We have cemented our defense and security relations. We have also covered a great deal of ground in the areas of agriculture, ICT cooperation, and with the signing of bilateral agreements that provide the framework for enhanced mutually beneficial collaboration in many areas.
As part of the final stretch of his visit, Marcos met with the Filipino community in Japan and assured them that the Philippines will be able to open more jobs for its citizens. According to the Immigration Services of Japan, there are around 267,000 Filipinos residing there since 2021.
And while I know that they are doing well there and are very well respected in their profession, I assure them that this administration is committed to creating more job opportunities in the Philippines so that working abroad will become a career choice and not the only option available to them.
For News 5, Ian Suyu, we are One News.
The Trade Department says several investment deals with Japan are, quote, ready to go. DTI Secretary Fred Pascual said that some businesses are already registered with the Board of Investments, but he noted that other agreements may materialize in a span of 3 years. Pascual also expressed optimism that the proposed investments will generate more jobs.
Meron mga iba ready to go, ano? And there are those that are plans over the time horizon. I have heard from those Japanese companies you talk to goes to as long as 3 years, you know, within 3 years. Normally, that's the time frame within which big investments are made. Hindi naman buhos bigla yan, ano? If you bring these various efforts together, that could really translate into something very significant compared to the past years. We cannot afford to be pessimistic about this because our optimism will give us the enthusiasm to work hard so we can address the bottleneck.
Meanwhile, President Bongbong Marcos says a charter change is not among his priorities. Marcos Jr. made a statement in an interview on the flight back from Japan. He noted there are other things that need to be done aside from Chacha. Some lawmakers have been pushing for amendments to ease what they call our restrictive economic provisions in the 1987 Constitution.
There's so many other things that we need to do first that we can still do, we can achieve, nakukuha naman natin yung gusto natin, but within the present constitutional, the way the Constitution is written.
Time to take a quick break. One News Now will be back with more stories. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Angela Lagunzad. The death toll from the devastating earthquake that struck Turkey and Syria has climbed to over 33,000. In Turkey, fatalities have reached nearly 30,000, while more than 3,500 have died in Syria. Meanwhile, search operations are ongoing for one missing Filipina and her children. The Philippine Embassy in Ankara said it already sought help from search and rescue teams in Hatay City. The office also reported that its temporary dormitory is now housing over 50 Filipino evacuees and their families. Following the leveling of several structures after a deadly earthquake, Turkey revisits its modern building codes. The details in this report by the Associated Press.
Görüştüğüm orada mesela inşaatçılar var. Adamlar içeri girip çalışıyor, çıkıyorlar. Diyorlar ki binanın üst tarafı tamam sağlam ama temel çok kötü diyorlar yani. Temel, otopark, direkt zaten orası çökünce bu bina böyle yatmış.
Kadını görmedim. Kadın hastanede telefon açıyor.
Açalım abi.
Tributes are pouring in for activist and novelist Luwalhati Bautista, who died on Sunday. Star for all seasons Vilma Santos thanked Bautista for her contributions and vowed to continue fighting for women's rights. Santos starred in the movie adaptations of Bata Bata Paano Ka Ginawa and Dekada 70, both based on Bautista's novels. In a Facebook post, former Vice President Leni Robredo lauded Bautista for her courage. The former VP also thanked Bautista for supporting her presidential bid. Bautista was a critically acclaimed novelist who wrote about abuse and life during and after the term of former President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The Philippine Army is now probing the shooting incident inside Camp Evangelista in Cagayan de Oro City over the weekend. Spokesperson Colonel Cerces Trinidad told One News that they have yet to determine the suspect's motive. 5 soldiers, including the gunman, were killed on Saturday. Motorists will be greeted with an oil price rollback on Valentine's Day. Oil companies have announced a 2 peso and 20 centavos cut in the prices of diesel, while kerosene will be cheaper by 2 pesos and 50 centavos per liter. Gasoline prices will remain unchanged. A new social weather station survey shows that 30% of Filipinos experience unrequited love or love that is not reciprocated. The poll also found that 57% of Filipinos are very happy with their relationships, while 25% could be happier. 16% said they don't have a love life. And tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Which chocolate is best for your date? One London chef ranks his favorites in this video.
If I just got with my wife Rachel, I would buy the £54 chocolates. I don't know, there's something about giving someone a box of Cadbury's which is just like, yeah, cheers. Any of them which are kind of shiny, I think that's something which I should be looking for. There's generally a sign of like good chocolate or like, you know, well-worked chocolate. We're always aiming for like the shiniest possible chocolate twirl on top of the chocolate tart. So anything that's like slightly duller is perhaps maybe a little less exciting to look at. It's got like a purple tinge to it. The base is quite thick, but the top was like a really thin shell. Nice flavour, nice texture. That was a good one. And like that looks like a really nice box of chocolate. The Lindor-esque wrap chocolates, they don't look nice. I would probably pick that as my number one. Again, really nice chocolate. This one, I just like the size more than anything. It was just a nice amount of chocolate. Kind of like a little Malteser almost, but the actual chocolate itself was very nice as well. Feeling a little bit sick. I need to go for a run or something.
For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star in Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Angela Lagunzad. We are One News.